Hey, Honesties. Welcome back to another episode of Honesty Though Podcast with your host, Zena, aka Top Tier Z. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see I'm in a whole new set today. This is going on sexy. I like it here. And if you're listening, come over to YouTube to see what I'm talking about. Anyway, welcome back. If you're rejoining and if it's your first time here, thank you for visiting. Hope you subscribe and hope you stay. Okay. Today's guest goes by the name Shayna. She has her own podcast. I have a fellow podder with me.
Hello.
Welcome, Shayna.
Hey, girl. Hey.
How are you?
I'm well.
Thank you for being here with me.
You're very absolutely welcome. Gorgeous.
Stop. Don't make me blush. She's making me blush already. I like her. Let me give the people some backstory. No, I'm not doing that yet.
Okay.
We're just going to jump into our Fast Five, okay?
I'm okay. I'm excited.
All right. So I'm going to ask you 5 questions of this or that. You give your response and we keep it pushing, or I might ask you to elaborate. Depends. Okay. Would you rather take a trip to the Caribbean or a trip to Europe?
Ooh, I've been to the Caribbean a few times. I want to do Europe now.
Try something new.
Yeah, I'm ready for Greece and, I want to go to Sicily and, I want to go.
Or you want some pink penis?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Because that's why I would go to Europe.
Bonjour.
Hello. Would you rather wine or hard liquor?
Oh, I had a moment. I'm gonna do wine. I'm doing wine. I'm doing wine. No more hard liquor for me.
You had a moment with the hardy?
I did. I thought I was cute and no more.
Okay. Listen, after a certain age, you gotta be like...
Yeah, I had a moment with Casamigos and I'm still like blackout. I don't know what happened.
It's the devil. I don't drink it anymore.
No?
I can't. No. I'm a Dawn girl.
Ooh,
Mistress Sabulio. Okay. Do you prefer watching Netflix or live TV?
Netflix. I don't even watch TV no more. I have a TV and I barely turn it on.
I only watch Real Housewives of anything. Those are my shows.
I'm still behind on that. And I heard Portia and
Nene coming back.
Nene. Is it Nene? Or is it Portia and
both of them?
Kenya?
No. Wait, what did you hear?
I don't know. I'm just gone. I go off of what my friends tell me.
All right. Portia and Nene coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta.
All her hairstyles too.
She be giving. So I need my live TV for that. Are you a giver or a receiver?
I'm a giver.
Bedroom?
I'm a giver. I've always been a giver.
Really?
I'm a receiver. I'm a pillow princess. Hi.
So you give your one give and then you go to be the princess.
I'm a giver.
That's balanced. Okay.
Yeah, I like it balanced. I'm a giver though.
All right, final one. Are you a night owl or a morning person?
I'm a morning person. I will be up at 4 a.m.
Why?
It's like I'm up at 4 a.m. thinking about what I'm gonna do for the day, I woke up. I was on the phone. I was on the phone today with an old boo at like 4 a.m. So it's hilarious. I'm up always in the morning.
What time do you go to bed?
Probably like 10.
Okay, that's
I'm an early sleeper only because I need to be. I don't know. My body's weird now.
Early to sleep, early to rise.
Yeah.
That's what my grandmother says.
Hey, Grandma.
Well, that's what she used to say. Rest in peace,
God bless
Grandma.
her.
All right, I'm going to give the people some backstory of how we know each other.
Yes.
Billy from the 25 and Over Club. Shout out to Billy.
Hey, boo.
He did his first live
Poppy.
show. Summer of 2022, he did his first live show, and honestly, though, had
my God,
a little set, and we were talking about
Jesus Christ.
injuries during sex, and Shayna volunteered, and that's how we met Shayna, and we were just like, love your energy, love your vibe. Thank you for participating with us.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. Always, even Billy, shout out to you, boo. In my mind, it was like, oh, this is entertaining.
Yeah.
I'm here. Oh, y'all asking questions? Y'all coming to me?
I can participate.
Yeah, that's how I'm like that all the time. I'm a lot, but I'm loyal.
That's what I realized. Okay. Yes, she's been locked in ever since, like promoting every episode, just super supportive, and I appreciate that to the T. But you have your own podcast now, Safe and Secure.
Hey, y'all.
Tell us more. Tell me more about that. What made you want to start? What is it about?
prior to going to the live show, I have friends that actually, they have the other pods and or they're into music or they're into the arts, and they're like, when I'm coming, like how come I came to the live show.
Yeah.
And just my energy. And they're like, Shayna, the way I talk and I'm engaged with people. And I'll be like, what's up with you? Like I show, I care about people. Like I could meet you and then tomorrow we're texting and we're talking about your mom and your uncle that you can't stand. And I'm all in with you. So I feel like everybody always told me like, you should do something, with TV or podcasting or YouTube, or you should do like a, something. So in my mind, I was like, all right, let me try. I'm just getting my feet wet.
Yes.
And I'm getting good reviews. Safe and Secure Podcast is basically, we're two secure women and we're talking about everyday relatable life topics and things that I feel like that people come to me.
In your daily life.
In my daily life, they come to me and they come talk about whatever. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what? I could share myself with the world, because I meet people every day and they tell me all their business. Not to be
what
messy.
Is it about you that just some people have that aura though that you just feel comfortable.
Yeah.
I feel like I have that too, 50-50.
Okay.
Because I do give off stuck up bitchy just off.
I love that though.
That's just my personality.
Because you get to learn people that are like myself. Sometimes because I'm so engaged, I don't know how to turn it off. And some people will drain your energy. So I have to learn how to turn that bitch on to pull back.
Yeah.
And then I've been called stuck up at one point because I kind of turned that off for a little bit, and I'm like, what? I'm not. I want you could come back because I'm so friendly, and I feel like some people a lot of people don't got real friends.
They don't. And that's the thing. And I think that's why I get bitchy, because I'm more selective with who I talk to.
Absolutely. And your mom.
That's what I'm saying. Like my energy gets drained like across the board. So it's like I can't just pour into everyone and like talk to everyone who wants to talk to me. I have to like be selective with who I give my energy to, whose energy I want to receive. And people who I'm not open with, they're like, obviously they're thinking the worst, but to me, it's just
you're not like that.
No, I'm not like that. Because once you get to speak to me, you're like, oh yeah, she's mad cool. She's mad down to earth. So
listen, if you've been listening for a while, listen to her podcast, trust me, she's down to earth.
I am like, people get so surprised when they meet me in person. Yeah, thank you.
And she's gorgeous.
Stop.
She gives poise, okay? Electric. Okay, baby?
Shayna, I'm shy, okay? I tell them this every week. I am shy.
I
know. So me?
She's not shy. She's just selective. That's it. I say that. I understand now.
That's the word for tonight. Selective. Word of the conversation. I do want to jump. We're hopping around the place today. I think my viewers who usually listen and watch, they're used to like an interview style type of show, I suppose. You watch too, so yes. You're aware, right? And then there's some guests I'm like, I just want to have fun with them. Like, I don't want to necessarily interview. I just want to have a conversation, right?
Well, I love your interviews. You interview some dope people, so I love your interview style.
I appreciate
you ask the right questions.
I'm still learning, but thank you. It's me and my producer. Shout out to my producer for real. But it is Women's History Month, so I do want to speak about the pay gap, right, between women actors and male actors in Hollywood. I don't know if you saw, damn, Miss I Don't Watch TV, but Taraji P. Henson and Monique pretty much like saying they don't really get paid enough for the roles that they, what's the word I'm looking for? The roles that they take on, right? So they do these movies make a lot of money and they get the short end of the
pennies out here.
Exactly.
It's ridiculous.
Yes. So I wanted to actually like, what were your thoughts on like the disadvantages of like being a woman, especially in entertainment? Because I feel like a lot of times women get stiffed.
The back, like pushed to the back. Yeah. I'm not 100% versed. I mean, educated on the Taraji P. Henson situation, but I hear that she only got paid $20,000 for Benjamin Button.
$100,000.
It was $150,000.
Something like that.
And he got millions. That's a wide load, a big gap. That's messed up. And she gives energy
all the time.
With everything she touched. I looked up. She has an Emmy. She has an Oscar. I'm not sure if she has an Oscar, but she has all these great accolades. And I'm like, wow. And in that big speech that she gave many years ago, she came to LA with $700 and her child, she's a mom. Yeah. So it's like, and I think she was on Sister. I remember she was on Sister. She started. Yeah, I followed her for a while. She's Black Girl Magic. Yeah. So, and the Monique thing. It's. I feel like when you have a voice and you two boisterous, two different people. But when you're boisterous like Monique and comedian, funny, vulgar and blunt and evasive with your, presence.
Your craft and your presence.
Yeah, it's like, we don't want that. But then they do. That's entertainment. Isn't the entertainment business?
Yeah.
You got to entertain all the genres. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of messed up.
They only want that. They want as entertainment to them, right?
Yeah.
Because for years, Monique was preaching like, we don't get paid enough. I'm not taking on these roles because I'm not getting the pay for it. And everyone's kind of like, yeah, okay, like kind of dismissive of her, right? There are very few people who came to her defense. And now that Taraji's doing it, and Taraji too is known for being loud, being, out there as well.
Jody. Sorry. I'm sorry. It was in my brain. I had to get it out. Sorry.
You had to do it. I'm so happy.
I'm sorry.
She's known for being loud and, being vocal also. But now in 2024, the troops are rallying up behind her. They're revisiting the Monique conversation. And it's like, so when I did it, I was too much. But when she does it, and I feel like, honestly, in the space I am, it's like, I'm just happy you guys are listening to somebody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't really matter who, because in this podcasting world, I mean, this is media also.
Yeah.
Like, when we get deals, when we get signs, when we get picked up by networks,
period.
I'm not trying to be underpaid. You know what I'm saying to you? Like, those are things I think about when I hear like those Hollywood stories. Like,
we're invested in ourselves right now. So it's like, we know it's hard work.
Yeah.
So respect my grind, respect my craft, respect my grind. Absolutely. Monique, I like Monique, but it's messed up, and she been doing it. I remember watching her with the whole Beyonce performance, and like I was sweating for her. Like, girl, you do all that, And then who you complain to? You don't they have like a union, a SAG or something like that? They pay their union dues, and who can you complain to?
I guess the
union. And then you complain to the world, and then it's like, oh, look at this Black lady, she complaining. She should be grateful.
That part.
Why should I? Of course I'm grateful. I'm here entertaining you.
And I worked my ass off for it too. So it's like, just because it's always like, Black people are never happy with what they have. That's like the rhetoric you hear, right? Yeah. Like, girl, take your 100K for Benjamin Button and keep pushing. And it's like, it's just unfair through and through, honestly speaking. Which leads me also into the internet rhetoric of men against women, bashing each other all the time. Girl, I'm over it. I feel like every podcast I turn on, it's like, it's on there. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that TV has made people feel like women should be seen and not heard. Because growing up as a kid, we used to be like, you should be seen and not heard.
Yeah.
You should. Yeah. And I still feel like they treat women like that.
Yeah.
You should be seen and not heard. And that's not fair. Because we raise kids. We raise the kids. Whether it's in school, we outside making sure, the crossing guard making sure your kids get home. Those are woman jobs. The lady that feeds them, the people you go shopping. You got mostly, these are very
feminine roles.
Yeah. I feel like with men, certain type of men, women are just objects, sex cells. That's really what it's about.
So it's kind of like, shut up, look sexy, and that's it.
That's
like
it.
The minute you have an opinion, especially an opinion that a man may not agree with, then you're combative. Then you're this, you're that.
Oh, and if you a BBW like myself.
Hello.
It's like, you need to get it together. You need to lose some weight. You want to be seen and sexy. You got to bring it down. But again, it's
you've had men tell you that?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
But I see it all the time, like online. Like, and does it bother me? Yeah, it bothers me, but it doesn't ruin my day. It doesn't make me feel like, oh my God, I have low self-esteem. And, but it does make me feel like it's somebody out there that is messing with them, it's fucking with their, mental, and they feel like they gotta starve themselves to look pretty, and
Yeah.
you don't. You just work with what you got, because it worked for a lot of people. Hello,
That's a fact.
sure. That what's the I forgot the big girl lady, the big girl lady. She passed away from Harlem Nights.
Oh, girl.
And she was, she was like, I got a girl. You like.
Damn,
I forgot her name, but she was a big girl. She was a big girl. She was very entertaining. They paid her. It's like, it doesn't matter small or big. You could do whatever you want. They got big girls in the White House. I'm just saying.
Harlem Nights. I'm like, I don't even know those classics. Like,
yeah, I'm an Eddie Murphy fan, so anything he do, I watch.
Meanwhile, I'm like, don't ask me anything. Like, the most classic movie I know is The Godfather. That's it.
Oh, that's my favorite. But real quick, do I think it's gonna change? No, it's not gonna change.
Okay.
It's not gonna change. Is it bad? Is it good? I'd rather I want to see y'all keep talking. I'll watch.
How do you feel like we can come to compromise as human beings who have to live amongst each other?
They need to have sex. That's the problem. Nobody's having sex. Because you're coming on the internet and you complaining. You got just the bad energy. I feel like it's a lot of people out there that's just horny, and they don't know how to, they don't know how to place their energy. They just always angry, okay? I'm sorry. I just had to say that.
No, I could agree, because when I want sex and I cannot have sex, I get the worst attitude ever, right? So do you feel like they're scrolling through the internet? Let's say, for example, I'm scrolling. I see something this guy says, and I'm like, here he goes. I'm not happy with what he said. But because I'm not having no sex, it triggers me even more.
Because you see something very attractive. I feel like the women, we okay. Like, yeah, we gonna be a little crazy sometimes. You'll be all right.
Some of these women be whining with the things they be saying. Some of them.
They do. But I feel like some men, not all, but some of them, because they can't get that girl, they can't get that baddie that they want. It's like, oh, they find so many things what else is wrong with her?
You think they're projecting.
Right. It's like, you just need to drink some water, change your diet, and have sex. Stop. Shayna. That's what I believe. That's what's going on. Like, you guys got to read a book, okay? Like you said, you're projecting your negative shit on me. Right. I'm just saying. A lot of people, they be horny, lonely, it's cold.
Have sex and talk to each other. I'm gonna add talk to each other on there, right?
Communication is key.
Yes, because I feel like there's a lot of like talking about each other. Like, you have men talking about women talking about men, but no one's talking to each other. And that's where the cycle of just negative and toxic rhetoric keeps on happening, because the person you should be saying it to, you're not.
No.
You get what I'm saying?
They're just being, but also freedom of speech. Yeah. That's why we have these platforms. And honestly though, it's important to, communicate, but I feel like some people they are superior, like just superior with their negativity. And it's not looking good.
Yeah.
Will it end with men and women? No, it's not, because we're always headstrong. We're headstrong, and we mothers. You got your job. Our job is never done. Like, we can't just throw in a towel ever.
No, I agree. I feel like always advocate for what you believe in. Speak your truth. Yeah. Being in this space of podcasting, also, it is our responsibility, though. I personally feel like it is your responsibility to speak your truth in a way that's not going to outwardly offend others. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I look at podcasting to be like the new form of radio to some extent.
And therapy.
And yeah, I agree.
For me. Because I'm listening to you guys. I'm listening to everybody. I'm a all around. I check on everybody.
You really do.
Yeah. So it's like therapy. You want to ease your mind because you're thinking you don't want to feel alone, like with your thoughts. You know, we don't always want to tell our friends everything, and our family members everything.
You can't.
Too nosy, your coworkers. But you listen to some podcasts and you're like, yeah, and it'd be a group of them, whether it's one guest, two guests, or by yourself, and it's like, okay, well, all right, and it eases a lot of,
your thoughts or like
anxiety and me.
Sometimes I feel like I am the only person going through things, and then I listen to a podcast and I'm like, oh shit, they can relate, or I can relate to them.
Like, and the fashion too. I love I see what people wear. I love that.
Shayna's always like, I love the way you dress.
Yes, I love. I'm a lover. I'm a lover. I'm a giver. Don't judge me.
Okay.
I'm a Leo.
I knew it. No, I knew it. That's how I was like.
I'm a Leo.
You give me like different Leo vibes. It's weird because
I'm an August Leo too. So
yeah.
But I feel like my friend told me, Shayna, she told me the other day, she's like, I think you're kind of like, I'm not an astrology perfectionist or whatever you want to call it. August 3rd.
Okay.
But she's like, you got Cancer kind of vibes because I do get emotional. I'm very emotional. Like I will cry at the drop of a dime. But then I'm like, all right, let's go. I'm still a motivating person. I feel like I love to see everybody around me win. Yeah.
That's
like I don't want to be like y'all, but I admire y'all. I don't want to be like y'all. I have to be myself.
Absolutely. Everyone does.
That's that. That's how I am.
I think that's where a lot of people get lost too, because it's okay to admire. It's okay to be inspired. But some people want to imitate. Yeah. And that's when you lose yourself.
Right.
I feel like when you're inspired by someone or you admire someone, like, okay, I can take this, or I can learn this from them.
Right.
I appreciate the way they do this. Maybe it's something I can incorporate into my life or whatever that may be of help to me. And then you have some people who are just like, I like this. I'm going to copy this to the T. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like,
chill out, boy. Chill out, girl.
Like, be yourself. Find what that person did for you and like amplify it, We can't leave here without me asking about, you were married before.
Yes.
For how long?
I was married for like 8 years.
You said 8 years?
All of my 20s, damn near. I always tell people all of my 20s.
God.
Yeah, he took all of my 20s.
Girl, those are the worst times. You know what's funny? Because I actually was watching or reading something recently and was like, they don't encourage women to get married in their 20s.
Really?
Yeah, I need to go back to that, honestly speaking. But I did like see a glimpse of it somewhere. And then hearing you say it also, because I feel like, a lot of times they pressure women, you have to be ready by, not ready, be married by like 22, 23, so you can be ready for kids.
That's what I seen growing up. I always, even my grandmother, God rest her soul, she, even when I was like in high school, she used to be, I had cousins getting pregnant. Everybody was wilding out.
Yeah.
And I was the babysitter, but I always tell people like, that's what I seen. My dad, my mom and my dad, they separated. But they continued on being married and, everybody around me. That was what I seen. That was my circle. But my ex became very abusive mentally, physically, emotionally. And in my brain, because of how I grew up, I was silent about it.
Okay, yeah.
And I felt like I shouldn't say anything. And I was in my 20s and it's like,
was he older than you?
He was like maybe 2-3 years older than me. He wasn't like, it wasn't a big gap, but I could have been a whore, but I wasn't.
Taking what you learned from the first time around being married, would you do it again?
Yes. I feel like I'm a relationship girl.
You are.
I want to cuddle and spoon at night. I wanted my husband to pick me up after work and be like, see you later, guys. I gotta go. My husband, he's waiting on me. Yes, I'm used to that. I'm a relationship girl.
I like that. I like that. Because it's easy to like get discouraged, especially like after going through it once, especially, being so young and like in your prime. Like those are the prime years.
I'm going to say this. When we split, I wanted to go back. And he didn't know that, but he kind of knew, but it was like, I still kind of, we haven't physically ever seen each other since the actual split because I feel like God is like, nah.
You would go back? To do what?
not now, but even 3 years after, I was still debating to,
Can I ask you why?
because I really felt like I didn't find, I wasn't looking, but I wasn't finding nobody with his qualities, the good parts about him. He was Caribbean, so it was like
Which country? He's a Jamaican man. He was Jamaican. You crazy?
Yes, gal. Yes, everything. I never. My dad
you
is
sure
Jamaican.
it was him or the dick? Which one was it?
It was both.
Okay.
It was both. I ain't gonna lie. They got the best cocky in the world. Sorry.
I kind of second that.
But it was because I was alone and I was lonely. But again, I didn't give in. I just was fighting in my brain and my decisions. Like, girl, stand up.
Stay strong.
Yeah. So that's what that was about. But now it's like, girl, I tell people when they call me and talk to me about their relationships, I'm like, no.
Go.
Respect yourself, love yourself. That's really, and I think somewhere I lost myself. So I feel like that's why I was so quiet about a lot of things. And he didn't want me to be like, I was just the way I am always. He didn't like that. He was like, you too friendly. You know everybody.
He tried to dim your
Everybody
light.
want to talk to you. Yeah, he really did. But it was like, you only want me to do that only for you, But that was how, that's what
attracted you to me,
right?
There
you go. She took the words out of my mouth.
I got you, girl. I got you.
Honestly, So that was that.
It's usually like that, though. I'm going to wrap up. But with men, it's usually like, these are the reasons I like you, and so no one else. You got to shut that down because other people are going to be attracted to that. And it's like, no, sir. If you know it's an issue and you can't handle it, just don't come around here in the first place.
It don't waste my time. It's water under the bridge. Go about your business. Do your thing, 21. Do your thing.
Period. We're going to wrap this episode up on that note. Shayna, this was too short and too sweet. So if I invite you here while we're on camera, that means I'm going to have to stick to it. So I would like for you to come back.
And I will be
some
here.
Point.
Okay.
Drop your social media handles for them to find you on your podcast.
Sure. At Instagram, Shayna Smiles, SHAYNA. SMILES. Yes, I said it slow. Safe and Secure Podcast.
Spelled out
together at Instagram. DM me, we could talk.
Just not if you're Jamaican.
Yes. Oh my God.
Especially if you're Jamaican. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shayna, it was a pleasure. I will see you soon. And I will see you all next week. Bye.